the Batman. So, more than a few people have asked me to do reviews for movies. And I've gone back and forth deciding if I want to do it or if I don't want to do it. Let me just back up and say I don't like reviews. Movies are a form of art. And with any kind of art, it is subjective. So that means it comes down to the individual who is consuming said art. And whether I see a review that's positive or negative, it affects the way that I go in to the movie. And ultimately, it's going to shape what I think about it. Like, for example, if there's a movie that's acclaimed and everybody says it's the best thing in the world, I'll go into that movie with high expectations, imagining all sorts of scenarios on how the movie could play out. And we all know what happens when you set expectations high. You come out disappointed. That was it. Okay. I mean, it was cool, but everyone says it was the bee's knees. On the opposite, with a negative review, so I'm going to create a fake scenario where movie gets negative reviews, but I do like it. You'll go into the movie thinking, okay, everyone says this movie stinks and this person wasn't good for this part, or this person wasn't good for this role, and they should have changed the story here or there. And I can go into those movies and kind of be frustrated the whole time because this person didn't like it, but I'm watching it and I love every minute of it. And so that affects my movie-going experience because I just can't get that voice out of my head of that reviewer that said that this movie was just terrible. And don't get me wrong, I understand that most people don't have all the time in the world to watch every movie that comes out. You want to get opinions from someone else, someone you maybe trust, someone you think has the same opinions as you and enjoy the same types of entertainment as you, so that you don't have to waste your time watching something that would be 2 hours, 2.5 hours of complete garbage. And like I said, garbage, some people can like, and other people just don't like it. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I prefer to go into a movie blind. I pretty much have an idea of a movie that I want to see anyway, whether I see a review or not. So I've learned from my mistakes and avoided reviews as much as I can until after I've seen a movie. Then I feel like I can have a discussion about it in my head rather than having someone tell me what they think I'm going to think of the movie. So I'm going to give my best effort to give my reviews of movies without spoiling anything. And I know what some people consider to be spoiling is on a spectrum. So this is going to be a learning process for me, and I'm going to try to fine tune how I want to go about giving my opinion on movies. And in regards to the Batman, I liked it. All right, good. You stuck around. So that means you want to hear my opinion a little bit more. I don't know if that's a good thing, but I'm going to try to still not spoil anything. So growing up, I watched the Batman animated series, and I always remember thinking that this show was a little bit more on the dark side than any of the other superhero cartoons. So as an adult, thinking back to how I thought of the cartoons, this is pretty spot on to how I envisioned a live action Batman movie to be. It was grounded, but still had enough unbelievable moments to let you know this is a superhero movie. And that's not a bad thing. Now, this movie is sub 3 hours, and despite what some people may say, it feels like a 3-hour movie. And I don't mean that it was boring at any point. I just knew this movie was going on for a long time. And it could have been shorter, but I have no idea what I would have cut out because I feel like the pacing was necessary to establish the world and to let you feel and kind of analyze the way that Batman was analyzing all the different crime scenes. And the villain, very well executed. Paul Dano is a creep no matter what he's in. I really can't think of any movie that he's been likable, but I also haven't seen too many of his movies, so that's up for debate. And also, I just want to say that the makeup in this movie, spot on. I think an Oscar nomination is a lock for next year. It was really good. And Robert Pattinson executed Batman extremely well. I would have liked to have seen more than 2 scenes with him as Bruce Wayne, but I guess we can save that for another time. So that's pretty much all I want to say. Like I said, I don't like spoiling things, and I'm glad you stuck around to hear a little bit more about my thoughts. Maybe I'll do more videos like this. You can ask me questions. Maybe I'll respond to them. But yeah, that's my review of The Batman. I liked it.